Hello, I had the itch to vlog today, so you'll just be following me in what I do in my life, and I'll be romanticizing it every step of the way. I got my day started making a taro matcha. My sister got me these taro milk boxes and they taste so awesome, and taro plus matcha is just heaven, and this was all just a big excuse to finally use the Klee cup that I got from the Happy Lemon collab, and the drink tasted amazing, and I just started off my day feeling good before I went to go to the psych lab. To be honest, I didn't have that much planned for the day, but I still wanted to romanticize my boring life and pretend that I was the main character of a shoujo anime who is a princess whose life gets turned upside down because she's the chosen one and is suddenly in possession of multiple cat boys at her disposal. Even though it's winter, Texas weather is always so awkward. I always feel hot and cold whenever I wear winter clothes, so I just decided to dress like it's a normal summer spring day, and I felt awesome. On the way to the research lab, I was feeling really nervous because it was going to be the first time that I met my mentor, and I'm just really bad with meeting new people, especially people that are older than me.
I was actually really scared because I really suck with social interaction, but it was actually not that bad because we were both kind of awkward. Awkwardness kind of cancels out. That's how it was. I'm glad that every week I'll be forced to talk to somebody, reaching my social interaction quota.
I went to go pick up my meds after, and the walk there was so peaceful, so quiet, and the weather was to die for. I usually want to die going up that road because there's an incline, but I felt great, even in my heels, which is so crazy. Life was treating me so well, I decided to do a little window shopping at Urban Outfitters next door, and I saw so many cute things, but then I would check the price and I'd be like, oh, and then I'd put it back. One thing on my 2025 New Year's resolution was to save money, and my spending here last semester was so heinous, but I managed to pull through. I walked away spending $0. I usually go straight for the sales section upstairs when I go here, but I do love looking at the little trinkets. Their knickknacks are just so pretty. They're all like little eye candies for me to see, and it's kind of healing. But it is so financially dangerous to have this store right outside of a college campus. Like, look at this flower nose display. I was really considering getting this mirror, but I walked away and started watching Fruits Basket at home, having happiness for free 99. I did some more bed rotting activities before I went to go start making lunch, but when I did start making lunch, I realized that my tofu was expired. So I just looked at the little smiley face on the packaging and realized it's gonna be okay, and it looked okay. So I used it anyway, and it tasted fine. But what wasn't fine was that I realized that I ran out of vegetables. So we're gonna pretend that the food I made was very nutritious and healthy for my body, even though it was just fried tofu and rice. Don't leave your food unattended, but while that was cooking, I went to go put nanotape on the figures on my Gigi shrine because they were sitting on top of the CD player, and I still wanted my CD player to be functional, and it worked. Yippee! Then I realized that I forgot to make rice, so while that was cooking, I went to go get ready for work. I usually don't really put on that much makeup, and looked at the waste that I just accidentally squeezed out of this blush. I had to blend this out super well in order for the blush not to look crazy, but we got there eventually. I at least wanted to do my eyes for the vlog and do a little bit more romanticization of my day. And I did like how my eyes turned out. They lasted pretty long too. Before I left, I went to go eat my food and it was pretty fire. And this crunch! Before I left for work, I wanted to feel like I was at least a little productive that day, so I went to go make my bed and headed out. But of course, I made sure to stop by the local card game store and look at their little super creators. I love them! I built like 2 of them over the break and they were so much fun and so not stressful. Then I went to Daiso and I looked at the cute little Sanrio section every time that I go there, and I always make sure I check out the stickers as well. They had surprisingly a ton of Miffy stuff. I don't do a ton of deco anymore, but I just love looking at deco stickers. They make me so happy because I feel like they used to be so hard to find. My last stop before I went to go clock in was Kinokuniya, and look at their super creators section. They also have these cute Texas themed Sanrio bags, which I thought was so cute, and I always check out their Japanese magazines. They never fail to impress me. And of course, I have to check out the Hoyoverse section. My work is actually pretty peaceful and it's such a kawaii little space, so I always enjoy being there, and my manager even lets me do homework. It was a really slow day, but having Vocaloid on the TV kept me going and got me through the 4.5 hours. When I got home, I ate leftovers, then passed out. Bye bye!